It's beautiful.
Is that a ball of water?
So, you finally made it, Shulk.
It's you.
What is it, Shulk?
I cannot wait to see which path you choose. Let us meet again after you have made your choice.
Welcome, Shulk. That voice! It's Zanza!
But he looks different.
I had planned to use the body obtained from Shulk as a vessel in which to dwell for the next millennium. However, I came to possess a great and unexpected power.
Mayneth's Monado.
Correct. In addition to my own Monado, which you kept safe for me, I was also able to obtain a second weapon which holds the power of creation. Now I possess all I desire. There is no longer any need for the life of Bionis. I must thank you indeed, Shulk. You were of more use to me than any of my disciples. Now that I have the Monados, I can forgive you your betrayal.
Ha! You gonna give him a reward?
Precisely. I will have him serve as my new disciple. You will be granted eternal life and unimaginable strength. Death will be but a fleeting afterthought.
Are you so arrogant to believe that the High Entia... No. All life on Bionis are nothing but your playthings!
Playthings?
Yes! You don't know how it feels to have slain my brethren, after they had transformed into Telethia.
What are you talking about? A Telethia is a High Entia's true form. I did not transform them. I returned them. The Telethia are mere cells from my body. I conferred intelligence upon them on a mistaken whim, creating a primitive life form, the High Entia. They enjoyed a brief existence as sentient beings. For that, they should be grateful.
Huh. So this is the arrogance of a creator.
As I planned, the life of Bionis existed simply to serve as my vessels and my food. Bionis is nothing more than an accumulation of their corpses and life energy.
But though you feign omnipotence, the High Entia still confined you to Prison Island. That is how limited you are.
Confined me? I was merely resting there for a while. I was wounded in the battle with Mayneth's vessel. I simply awaited the day when a new vessel, revealed to me in a vision, would be born.
Until I was born.
Precisely. I intended to inhabit your body and once again do battle with Mayneth. However, I had no idea that I would defeat her so easily.
Mayneth.
You did a great deed in granting me a new Monado. I will gladly take you as my new disciple, Shulk.
Never! I don't want to be your vessel, or your disciple! I just want to live my life as a Homs, in a world without you!
That is most regrettable. You could have entrusted all to me and attained peace. But perhaps the vision of mortals will ever remain limited. Using one's power to change the world, that is a right possessed only by gods.
Is that why you laid waste to Mechonis?
Of course. Along with the beings called Mechon, who followed Mayneth. They had evolved and become insolent under her protection.
So you're saying us Homs are next in line, eh?
You are correct. You yourselves have proven that Homs are a dangerous species. How unfortunate. I had a desire for friendship. But granting intelligence to the lives I created was a mistake. A god should not long for friendship.
You're wrong! Maynard chose to exist alongside us. She grew to consider us her friends. You should have accepted that. But what you were hoping for was not friendship. You wanted worthless slaves. Our lives as food.
Just as I suspected, it appears that I was mistaken to grant free will. However, all will soon be over. The Telethia will exterminate all life on Bionis. I will then create a new world. Just as I have done many times before.
We will not allow it. We cannot. We will stop you!
Alright, I am honestly a little bit afraid about this boss fight. I am honestly... Landmark Ascension Genesis. Oh, never mind. We do still get the level difference. I guess it is just hidden. That sucks, because our attacks are going to be missing, and the Zanzigaryans are level 78. Well, this sucks, because our attacks are going to be constantly missing. That is a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? And I'm dead already. I think level 65 might have been a little too low. Maybe. Oh, noes. It might have been a little bit... Oh, crap. Now I can't revive Dunban. Oh, noes. I think 65 might have been a little low. Yeah, just a bit. Just a tad. I mean... Now we get a good chain attack? Are you kidding me? Well... I mean, they won't be able to attack as much if I inflict paralysis. You resisted it. Of course you resisted it, even though it was during a chain attack. I think 65 might be low. Maybe. Something's telling me here. Yeah, I don't... Oh, he's using Monado Arts. Yeah, Yeah, we haven't lost yet. Okay, now we've lost. Oh, I'm getting a vision right now, even though I'm already dead. Oh, you're using all these Monado Arts and such. I think it places us just before the final boss, but if we reload our save, yeah, it is. It places us just before the final boss, which is really nice, but you can't save in here, and reloading your save is just before the point of no return, essentially, or whatever the last time you saved was. So that's nice. Okay. So, 65 is too low. What about 70? What about 70, huh? Apparently we cannot do it at 65. We can do Dixon at 65. That came out wrong. But we can't do Sansa at it. What about 70, huh? He summons Guardians immediately. So it looks like we do get the red, though. So I guess Sansa must actually have a hidden level, even though it shows up as just 3 question marks. So we do have that, like, level difference thingamabob, where our attacks are just gonna constantly miss him. So I mean, I don't know if it'll even be possible at 70. I might need to get to a level where we don't suffer that massive, like, accuracy debuff. Ow? Question marks? Okay. Oh, you're dazed. You're dazed. Oh, crap. Move out of the way. Oh, crap. Yeah, maybe he's level 85. Dang, I wasted a notch of party meter on that. Fine, happy. Just refill the party meter then. Yeah, we might not be able to do this at an absurdly low level. I was hoping we'd be able to defeat the boss at an absurdly low level. So we'd have to be at least 73 to not suffer the massive accuracy debuff by the Zanza Guardians at least. So if we can't do this, maybe level 73? Just so we don't suffer that debuff? Maybe? Oh my goodness, why are you dazed? Why are you dazed, rookie? Stop. Stop being dazed, please. I mean, yeah, I don't think we can kill the Zanza Guardians fast enough because there's Zanza and 2 Zanza Guardians, which makes 3 for a party, essentially. And if you leave them alive for too long, they will chain attack you, is the thing. So, no, I can't see it. That's the first time I've missed that. In the final battle, you need to do quick time events in order to actually have visions. And I missed it! I went for the outside circle, even though it doesn't matter, because all it is here is either you have a vision or you don't. Although I missed it, Shulk was like, no, I can't see it. Oh, crap. Monado armor right now, please. Please, Monado armor right now. Woo! Just in time. Oh my goodness. Okay, focus on the other Zanza Guardian, please. Yeah, I think we might need to get up to at least 73 so that we don't suffer the debuff from the Zanza Guardians when it comes to our accuracy and such. Ah, my nose. Oh, can I do this quickly? Nope, not in time. Dunban is dazed. Oh, crap. Okay, I don't need to go for the outside circle during those. Okay. Don't need to go for the outside circle during those vision quick time events. Dunban died and that changed the vision. Chain attack? Whoop, that's the wrong button. I hit the make a run for it button instead of the chain attack button. Oops. Bonk. Okay. Okay. Well, let's take him out. Nope, sure. Well, backslash probably will. Okay. Now Dunban can use a max chain blossom dance on Zanza if it connects. He's missing. Did he miss? He missed every single strike. Are you kidding me? We need health. We need health like right now. My, oh my. Well, just like old times when Monado Brave. That's an art I don't have. What does that do, I wonder? Oh, that gives you a buff of some sort. Okay. Okay. I mean, we can do this, but the boss battle does get spicier later on. So if I can only just barely do first phase, I don't think we're gonna last at level 70. I don't think so. All right, I need Monado shield like right now, right this instant, to have that do like 1 damage instead. There we go, 1. How can you still have visions? With quick time events. Okay. Let's use Worldly Slash. Dang, he freaking blocked it. Okay, or dang it, the thing didn't get extended. The chain attack didn't get extended. That sucks. We should have a little bit better accuracy now because Dunban does have on a gem that makes auto attacks sometimes lower the enemy's agility, which will make them easier to hit when his agility is lower. It doesn't look like it is right now according to debuffs. But it would be very nice if he becomes easier to hit. Yikes. Oh dang, I just wasted my light heal because Ricky just used his. So we might be able to do this at level 70, but once the boss battle gets spicier, we might not be able to do it. And we're only just barely able to do this. Monado Fear, he has a lot of arts that I don't have, doesn't he? My, oh my. Okay, chain attack, let's see how this goes. Get boopity bop. Oh, I guess he wasted Blossom Dance somewhere, that sucks. I wish there was a way to tell him to not use his talent art side of chain attacks. I missed! Unbelievable. Oh my goodness, Dunban missed too. Okay, happy. Fill the talent gauge so we can do more chain attacks, ideally. Yeah, I think we can do this stage of the boss at level 70, just barely. But like, when it gets spicier, I don't think we'll be able to do it if we can only just do this one, because there's a kind of difficulty jump pretty shortly. So I mean, can we get a full party gauge before this comes true, and then maybe okay, Monado armor right now, please. Dang, I did it way too late. Crap, man. I guess I'll use light heal on Ricky then. Okay, we're doing another chain attack. Doing another one. Come on. One more. Oh, I missed. Unbelievable. Bonk. Okay, please get extended. Heck yeah. Backslash. Oh, it connected. Nice. Now we do a max chain blossom dance. If it connects. Oh, we got one hit at least. Oh, the final one missed. That sucks. More happy. Keep on filling that party gauge. Like that. Okay. I don't know. Stream edge. Dang, it didn't get extended. I was about to topple with Dunban. That would have been cool. That would have been really neat. Hopefully these land. Oh, we're filling up that party gauge. Okay, this health bar is almost down, but it's about to get spicier.
You mere vessels dare to oppose the will of a god? Then I shall obliterate everything with my unimaginable power. Now, behold the true form of a united world!
Now, this is what I was afraid about. If we were only just barely able to beat Phase 1 at level 70, Phase 2 is probably going to absolutely destroy me instantly, but we're going to try it anyway. He's probably going to summon his Zanza Guardians immediately. That's probably the thing. Yeah, we're missing freaking everything. So, I mean, I'm not using any arts yet, because I want to see if he summons Zanza Guardians. So, I mean... Look how much damage he's doing to me! Yeah, World Reconstruct. Here comes the Zanza Guardians. Right? Not this time, apparently. That's weird. Usually, World Reconstruct means Zanza Guardians come out as well. Okay, Dunban needs inspiration. Okay, encourage Mechon Buster. Uh-oh. Yep. This is kind of what I feared. Well, I mean, I could just go to level 99 and freaking destroy him. What level is he, I wonder? What is hidden behind those 3 question marks? Because if I could just go 5 levels under that and not suffer the debuff, that would be really cool. Crap, man. But auto armor right now. But auto armor right now! Can I Google what level Zanza actually is? Because I still wouldn't mind doing it, like, while still being basically under-leveled. But I don't want that debuff of, like, not being able to hit anything. Oh, it just starts in Phase 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to start me back at Phase 1. Okay, I'm not even going to Google it then. I can just, like, trial and error it. Wait, I can literally just level up until his icon stops being red. So if I go to 75, it's still red. Okay, now it's not. Okay. You just Google it yourself, Kappa? Hold on. Where does it start being red? Okay, it's golden there. I forget what level area that is. So 78 is what I beat him at last year. Whoops. Hold on. Okay, at 76, he's still red. Also, I'll be stronger at nighttime because of certain skills that I have. Maybe I'll try it one more time while he's in the red. Maybe we'll try 75 instead. I'm really sad that we can't kill Zanza while being super under-leveled. I mean, technically, as long as we're in the red with him and basically none of our attacks will hit, it's still going to be an insane uphill battle. We'll try once more while he's in the red. Otherwise, we'll go up to like 77 or whatever it was and just do it while he's golden instead. We'll try once more while he's in the red. I'll try once more. Otherwise, I'll level up until we're just outside the red and we're in the gold area instead. Is what I'll do. So, that's my plan. As long as he's in the red with that tag, almost all of our attacks are gonna miss. Is the thing. Yeah, the Guardians shouldn't be in the red anymore, is the thing. So we should at least be able to hit them consistently. At least we got the backslash. I really wish that would have extended one more time because, you know, we would have gotten a max chain Blossom Dance. Now I hear Dunban using Blossom Dance over there outside the chain attack. That sucks. Oh, we're actually kind of shredding him now. Did I level up too much? Now we're suddenly shredding him. So, I mean, oh my goodness, his health is actually going down so fast. I don't actually think I've seen the final boss's health go down this fast, even though he's in the red. I might have got him too much, even though he's still in the red. Okay, big damage backslash. Nice. Okay, boopy bop. Okay, let's keep on filling that party gauge so we get more chain attacks and such. We might actually destroy him at level 75. Dang it, maybe I should have tried 73 instead. So I think we're gonna destroy him at 75. I'm a little bit sad that we're not gonna be destroying him while being stupidly under level, like at 65. I'm a little bit sad about that. I can just use Monado armor since that's an AoE attack, so it's gonna hit all of us in front of him. So yeah, let's have that just do not a whole lot of damage, please. He's getting very jittery. Why is he getting so jittery? I've never seen that happen before. Why are you shaking? Are you shaking your boots because I'm destroying your health? Is he even gonna be able to bring out Zanza Guardians? I'm literally shredding his health here. I leveled up too much, didn't I? I leveled up too much. We're literally destroying the final boss right now. So, I mean, I leveled up too much. Dang it, it didn't get extended. We don't have a challenge here anymore. Dang it. Like, level 70 was too much challenge. It was basically near impossible. But then 75, it's all of a sudden a walk in the park. The leveling system of Xenoblade is, like, really weird. I mean, to be fair, I do have endgame stuff, so, like, I guess it makes sense that we're wrecking him at level 75. But the fact that there's that massive discrepancy between 70 and 75 just goes to show that levels make a big difference in Xenoblade. Because I still wanted there to be a challenge here, and ideally a massive challenge by being under-leveled. But at level 75, it just seemed like it probably wouldn't be possible. But now at 75, according, as opposed to 70, we're freaking destroying everything. Even though Zanza's still in the red. Like, we're freaking destroying him. Max Chain Blossom Dance. We're shredding through his health. Well, I guess we don't have a challenge with this final boss. That sucks, doesn't it? Well, chain attack ended. We're about to do another one immediately, though. Wow, how fun doing Titan Bazooka for 1 damage. Yeah, we're freaking... I think you're the one who's doomed. Oh, never mind. What? Monado's shield didn't protect them? What is happening?
How? How can you have visions? You no longer possess the Monado. I don't know. It comes from the bottom of my heart. It shows me my enemy. It reveals the future I must change.
The future we see is not set in stone. There are infinite possibilities based on the paths we choose. You should be well aware of this notion. For that is how you have always existed.
That is a right for gods, and gods only! Why should we care? What's important isn't whether you can see the future or not. It's the will to make a choice, and the strength to seize your destiny. Our time has come. Our destiny is our own! Can it be? A Monado?
It is not only you that has the right. Every living thing has the freedom to choose the path they walk. And that is the future.
A third Monado has appeared. How can this have happened? You are mere mortals!
Man, this would be so much more epic if I was actually struggling with Phase 2. Does Monado 3 have gems on it? It took off my gems! Now I need to remember what was on here. Hold on. I remember the first time I ever played Xenoblade Chronicles, I freaking popped off at this moment. Also, Monado 3 looks so cool in Definitive Edition. It was way more ghostly in the original. Like, way more transparent. Now it's actually like a mix of transparent and visible, and it's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I could just put on some generic good stuff. Where's Attack Plus? Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, it'll probably be the stuff that's in grade like that, because it'll be Wait, I probably don't need critical up because Monado 3 has 100% crit rate. Yeah, it does look sweet, doesn't it? So I don't need the critical gem that I had before because Monado 3 has 100% crit rate, as we see. So the critical gem that I had on Monado Rudra isn't needed. I mean, we're already going to be broken with this thing. I don't really need to put on gems to make myself more broken. Minimum damage by 50%. Wait, so auto attack min 1712, auto attack max 2262, and then I'm going to put on attack stability. Bam. Well, yeah, I remember first time playing this, I really popped off during this moment because it's a really cool moment in the story and like really wraps up the whole story very nicely. So there is technically a phase 3 which starts now, but it's basically just phase 2 on repeat, and the Monado 3 is way better than any replica Monado, so it's just easier phase 2. And considering we already shredded him in phase 2, even at level 75, wait, do I want to go up to level 99? I could do this right before this one starts. We already shredded him during phase 2 anyway. And now we have the true Monado we now have. Let's shred this guy. Let's shred him. Oh my goodness, these auto attacks are doing so much damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, I knew we were gonna shred him. I didn't think it was gonna be this much. Oh my goodness. His health just doesn't exist. Time to finish it off with a back slap. Never mind. Unbelievable.
How? The power of a god cannot be overcome.
Zanza, this is the providence of the world. Even gods are merely beings restricted to the limited power determined by providence. That power, although great, is not unlimited.
That voice! Alvis! How dare you disobey me! Ah!
I am Monado. I was here at the beginning, and I will proclaim the end.
But that's impossible.
Shulk, it is time for you to choose. Does this world belong to Zanza, or does it belong to you?
That is something I decided long ago. Ah! That's simple. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny. All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Where am I?
This is my home.
Your home?
Let's begin the experiment.
Whose voice was that?
It is Zanza, before he became a god, when he was simply a man of flesh and blood.
No! The results have not been confirmed! It's too dangerous!
And that voice? It's Mayneth.
Ridiculous! It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine!
Yes!
was simple curiosity. The curiosity of a single man that destroyed the universe and created a new one. A new universe. Your world was born. And so, 2 gods came into existence. Zanza and Mayneth were lonely, so they created life in their own image.
And that was how we were born.
As the world advanced to each further stage, it was inherited by generations of different life forms. But over time, awareness of Zanza faded. Zanza feared this. In order to escape his own annihilation, he wished for a world in a perpetual cycle of destruction and recreation.
Bionis being filled with life, and the Telethia coming to wipe it out. It was all the will of Zanza.
It was. But the truth of the matter is that he longed for friendship.
His future, and our future. It might have been possible for them to coexist.
Correct. However, that time has passed. The old god was defeated by the new god that he himself created.
New god?
Yes. That is why I appeared before you, Shulk.
Alvis, what are you?
I am the administrative computer of a phase transition experiment facility, but that will mean little to you. To you, I am a machine. That is my original form.
Alvis?
This world is stagnant. It has expired. Therefore, I will ask you, its new god. What is your wish? Will you allow the world to continue to stagnate? Or will you allow it to evolve to the next level? The choice is yours to make.
I don't know. All I wanted to do was stop Zanza having his way, that's all. I cannot be a god.
Too right. You're great and all, but there's no way you're a god.
Everyone.
Look, don't worry, Shulk. None of us want to be gods anyway. And I don't really know what the future holds, but we just want to live our life as it comes.
Eating grub, sleeping, laughing, crying, sometimes arguing. Sounds all right?
Yes, he's right. And being with the ones we love, that's enough. Even so, we change little by little. Every day is a little different from the last. We do not know what the future will hold.
More fun not knowing. Really want to have fun.
Life's little surprises are what makes it great. We don't know what's going to happen. It's worrying sometimes, but it's also exciting. Don't you think?
Yeah. Isn't that called progress? Aren't we all continuously evolving? I'm not sure we need a more dramatic change than that.
Yeah. You're right. Little by little. Each day as it comes. That's how we should live. That's our world.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but I recreated their personalities from your consciousness.
Alvis, it sounds like you don't think I can make my own decisions. I'm supposed to be the god.
Apologies. However, I have good reason. This world has little time remaining if left in this state. Have you made your decision? The choice is yours, Creator. Tell me your decision. for the future of this world.
I won't decide. The future should be decided by each and every person in the world. And so, what we wish for is a world with no gods.
Are you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, Colonel.
Sorry? What do you mean, sorry? Squat jumps around the entire colony. 50 laps! Now!
Please, Colonel.
Ah, yes. That's excellent. So, you can take the materials to District 4.
The restoration's coming along nicely.
Thanks to Melia and Vanea. The High Entia and Mechon have some amazing technology.
We are happy to help. To live alongside one another in harmony. After all, I have no doubt this is what Lady Mayneth and Egil would have wanted.
Hear, hear. And may it last forever.
Dunban,
Fiora, what is it?
have you seen Shulk?
Oh, he just left. I don't know where he's gone, but he was with Ryan and the others.
Okay, thank you.
Fiora?
Yes?
It's nothing. Good luck.
If you're looking for Shulk, he is not here.
Amazing. It's like you've got eyes in the back of your head. What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Wow. You're so much more thoughtful than me.
Really? I don't think so. I was just answering your question.
But I know what you mean. You're right. We've been through a lot.
Yes. We have. I am grateful to all of you. It is because I met you that I experienced so much, and it is the reason I am here now.
Yes. We're happy you're here too. Thanks, Melia. For everything. I'm glad I met you.
And I you.
Yeah. Almost got it.
Ryan! Go, Ryan! Oh, Ricky really hungry.
Put your back into it, Ryan. Are you okay?
It's salty. What's up with the water being so salty?
Ryan, you're terrible at this. When was the last time you fished?
I'm bad fisherman. Ricky won't eat big fish.
Give us a break. You try next time, Furball.
Fishing is Ryan's job. Ricky's job is eating.
Hang on a sec. Isn't Ocker gonna have a massive go at you if you don't go back to her with 14 fish to feed all your little pond?
Ricky forgot. Wifey pond very angry if not catch more fish.
It ain't me she's gonna be angry with.
Oh, Ryan, catch fish! Catch fish now! Oh, fish! Fish!
Here you are. The breeze feels so good.
It does.
What is it?
Oh, that hairstyle. It looks good on you, that's all. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was thinking about growing it out, but... Hey, which do you prefer?
Both, of course.
Oh, come on. What am I supposed to say to that?
Sorry. Okay. It's great like that. Don't change it.
I'd forgotten what it feels like to do this. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
Who knows? I'm sure it will be full of ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
I don't know what the future holds. But that means I can imagine the possibilities. We can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you remember what the Monado, Alvis, said to us the last time we saw him?
Yes, of course.
Shulk. This new world is boundless. It is home to not only you, but many forms of life. I can see it. In this world, all life will walk towards the future, hand in hand.
One day, I hope I can meet them all. The people of this endless world.
Me too. We will. I know it.
We'll meet them. And whatever happens, we'll face our future together.
Okay, I knew that backdrop was a PNG, but in this HD remake, it became a whole lot more evident. My goodness. Anyway, sorry to call that out right there. My oh my. First of all, I have never seen Zanza get deleted so fast in my life. That was like 8 seconds. With the chain attack delaying it. I wonder what it would have been like if I was actually trying to speedrun killing Zanza, because that was ridiculous. Because I figured, hey, Phase 3 is just easier Phase 2 anyway, so let's try to delete him this phase. And man, I had no idea it was gonna be so fast. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Anyway, typically whenever it's the credit sequence of a game, yeah, that was certainly something. Whenever it's the credit sequence of a game, I typically then give like my full review of it. I've technically already done that during the playthrough of the original game last year, I could talk about like the differences the definitive edition brought to the table is what I could do. Also, I'll be giving like my full review in a project that I'm working on right now, which my next big video editing project is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX versus Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, not comparing them like as games on their own, but as remakes, how each of the titles improved over their original releases and made changes over their original releases. And it'll be in kind of the same format as my 3-hour Breath of the Wild discussion, though I'll probably be cutting it up into 3 videos. It's an insanely massive project. It's gonna take forever to make. But for like my full thoughts, it'll be in that, because it's like a 50+ page script last time I checked, so it's a long thing. I mean, there is all my thoughts on Rescue Team DX in the mix there as well, instead of just Xenoblade. I might turn the game down slightly here, is what I might do. Even though the music is really good, I'll turn it down just a smidge like this. Something like that. Just so my voice is clearly louder than it is. So my full thoughts will be in that, but I can mention all of what comes to mind here, though I will be missing things from what just comes to mind that I definitely will be mentioning in that video. So, first of all, just the game as is, just a really bare bones, simple, quick version of it. Just the game itself. Story, one of my favorite stories in gaming, like just at all. If not probably one of my favorite stories, not just in gaming, but one of my favorite stories, just as is. I freaking love the story of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, to be fair. And I can't wait to see what the Xenoblade series does in the future. When it comes to the story for the remake, though, it's the exact same thing as the original game, like the exact same cutscenes reused. I really wish that the final cutscene had been changed to account for some new lore that Xenoblade 2 did wind up bringing to the table and wound up, like, basically retconning. So, the fact that they used the original cutscenes for like that final cutscene for the explanation on the creation of the world, when it's explained slightly differently, it's still like mostly the same in Xenoblade 2, but it does bring some more stuff to the table. I do wish that had been accounted for here, like, because the cutscene would have to be a bit different for that final one about how the world was created. Just a little bit. It just have to be a little bit different, but unfortunately not. I guess they would have had to get like all the voice actors again and get them to retake these new scenes in the new style. But, oh well. Oh well. As for music, I do absolutely love the music of Xenoblade Chronicles. I like the music of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 a bit more. I feel like that had more, like, quantity of soundtrack that was absolutely incredible. But on playing Definitive Edition, with a lot of the soundtrack being remastered, it made me realize that a lot more of the soundtrack was incredible than I originally thought was in previous playthroughs, and it made me have a greater appreciation for themes. Like, in this project that I'm working on, one of the things that I discuss in the music section is, like, the way that each of them improve the music, or change the music over their original releases. And while Rescue Team DX had to do something, like, from the ground up again for all its music, well, mostly, some of it sounds like it was ripped out, like, just Thunderwave Cave sounds like it's just the original. The original soundtrack of Xenoblade Chronicles, on the other hand, was already so good that it didn't necessarily have to be changed, but it did for a lot of it anyway. So a lot of the soundtrack isn't remastered. Well, not a lot, a decent bit of it. Like the main theme, for example, it's the exact same thing from the Wii version with no changes. And there are some themes that I would say are clearly better, like the Approaching the End theme in Prison Island, like, that's better, and I love the new stuff that they brought to the table. But a lot of the themes are just done differently. Yeah, I know about New Game Plus. I'm not going to bother. I'm going for a non-New Game Plus 100% for the rest of these achievements, so I won't be doing New Game Plus. Maybe one day in the future if I'm ever feeling spicy, but probably never, after I've put nearly 150 hours into this file already. So we could get some music going while I'm ranting here, just so that we have something going here. Let's look up the Xenoblade Chronicles main theme. Just so that we have some... Actually, wait, no. If I just skip past this, then we can listen to it on the menu anyway. Yeah. So, essentially, New Game Plus, you can carry over all your levels, arts, and party affinity, and the True Monado. You can go through the main game with the True Monado, which is Shulk's best possible weapon with a freaking 100% crit rate. So that's all of what's carrying over. Well, I'll go previous, just in case anybody does want to read this. I'll let them do so. That's like, some stuff carries over, quests and stuff don't. There's a whole bunch of things that don't carry over and such. And yeah, the True Monado. Shulk now holds the True Monado, so he will not receive the Monado again in subsequent playthroughs because he just has that freaking OP mess. The True Monado looks so much better in this. If I save here, it's just gonna, like, put a star by my file, right? Wait, no, that's not starting New Game Plus, is it? Just to be safe, I'm saving into here. Yeah, it says clear. Thank goodness I did not save over here. That was a close one. Phew! So I assume if I load this, it'll be like a new file with like the progress carried over. Oh, that was a close one. Man, imagine if I lost so much progress just there. That would have sucked so bad. I would have been so mad. Oh, I guess there would have been the autosave at least up there. So I guess I technically would have still had my file. But man, still, that was still a close one. Phew. My, oh my. Another thing that I do like over Definitive Edition from the original is after you've cleared the game, I found this up from Kraken's stream. I had this spoiled when I was watching Kraken finish the game off when he was streaming it. Is that the title screen now changes to that. Oh! This is even different than Kraken's thing. When I saw Kraken beat the game, it was like this, except I'm pretty sure Ricky was on the far left, sitting down as well. But I assume because I've completed Future Connected as well, there's Kino and Nene, even though anybody watching the YouTube version of this hasn't seen that yet, because that only comes after, even though I've completed that already. That's really cool, so it accounts for that as well. Guess we don't listen to the main theme? What? Oh, we do. It's just like really quiet at first. I think that's really cool. This is a really awesome background. I might use it for a thumbnail like this. Like for a finale thumbnail, because that's really good. That's really charming. I love that. Anyway. This is really quiet. Holy crap. Turning that way up. There we go. Turn it way up there. Oh, does it still change the time of day like the regular title screen? Oh, that's neat. Yeah, it changes like that. That's really cool. I like that. I like this new title screen as a reward for clearing the game. Anyway, as I was saying, the music. A lot of the themes don't change. Like the main theme here, for example, is the exact same as in the Wii version, rather than like being anything different. And some themes, the soundtrack of the Wii version was already so good that for a lot of the remastered soundtrack, rather than trying to improve upon it, they rather went for something different. Like a really good example of this is Satorl Marsh, where in the original, Satorl Marsh Night to be specific, where in the original, there's like the choir in the background that's very clearly adult women doing the kind of humming that goes with Satorl Marsh, whereas in Definitive Edition, the remastered soundtrack uses a much younger version, much higher pitch stuff like that, but still a relaxing kind of theme. So there's themes like that aren't necessarily better or worse, but are just different. A new style to something that we've already experienced before. Maybe that is too loud now, dang it. Okay, down to there now. I guess it gets louder and such. Where there's a lot of the themes that couldn't really be that much improved on, so instead they just went for like something different. Just another version of something that we were already familiar with. Man, this game's beautiful. Which I think is really cool. Yeah, definitely picked up a decent bit there, huh? Which I think that's really cool. And for the most part, a lot of the remastered soundtrack I found, like, when I was listening to the soundtrack and I was writing the script for this video, that I'm not this video here, but the big editing project that I'm working on, I realized that a lot of the remastered soundtrack just focused on what was already good about the soundtrack before, and pronounced it more, brought more attention to it. And while I was playing the remake, I began to notice parts of the music that I'd never noticed before, because they made sure, when they were like redoing it, to have more of a focus on the main parts of it, so that it's drawn out more. Like a really good example of this is the refugee camp theme, and like the violin that goes with that. I never noticed how good it was until the remake, and then I listened back to the original from the original game, and I was like, oh, that's actually really good. How did I never notice this? And comparing a lot of the music from the remake to the original, it seems very much like there's just like a focus on the main parts of it, drawing out what's already good, that's already there, rather than doing something drastically different, which I think is fascinating and really, really cool, honestly. Like, there are some themes that did add new things to the table, like, for example, the End Lies Ahead theme, the final dungeon theme in Prison Island, which is a really good theme. It added like the new kind of whistling kind of thing to it Like the flute kind of whistling sound. I don't know what exactly instrument it is. I think it's probably a flute of some sort. I have no idea. I don't know my instruments very well. But it added this whole other layer to it as well, which at first it took me a little bit of getting used to, but eventually I grew to like it. The Engage the Enemy new remix is really cool as well. Yeah, this guess we're not listening to a whole lot there. What if is there a menu that I can go in with like no music? Also, anybody watching this on YouTube will be seeing like the rest of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 if they're looking at the full playlist, followed by Future Connected at the end. Even though Future Connected, in terms of the order that this has been recorded and done, this is what I did first. So this has already been cleared on like my freaking in May. I don't know why I started with my there. I haven't 100%ed this yet. We've nearly 100%ed the main game. So in terms of what progress I'll be doing next, I will probably be playing some Future Connected, like trying to 100% that as well at some point, because that'll be fun. That'll certainly be fun. Because the music changes in its audio levels, I might just actually no, we can leave this on and then I'll just mute the game real quick and we can pull up some other music. Like how about some Colony 6? Colony 6 Future. Colony 6 Future is what we do. Or there, like I was saying, hold on, a really good example of themes just being different rather than better or worse. Here's Colony 6 Future from the original game. What? Hold on, let me unmute it. I don't know why it's muted. Hold on. So here's the original one. And in the remake, they did take away that one, whatever that one instrument is in the background. That's like very obviously there. I need to turn this down even more so my voice is clearly louder than it. Is the thing. But yeah, I really like how a lot of the music did just focus on what was good that was already there, rather than changing a whole lot. There are some things that were changed in a few themes here and there. Like, for example, this theme here had that one bit in the beginning kind of removed and some new stuff brought into the mix. So here's the one for the remake. So instead of having that other thing in the background, it just focuses on like the main part of it, the main focus of it. It pronounces it more, and it makes it more obvious like what that theme is all about and such, which I think is really cool, the direction that they've handled the music in general in the remake. So I am definitely a big fan of the remastered soundtrack as a whole. I do very, very much like it. So music, freaking loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the direction that they took of just focusing on what was good that was already there and making these themes better than they already were. Bringing them closer to their full potential by focusing on what was, like, what's good about the originals to a greater degree than the originals did. And then finally, gameplay. This is where I have the most of my problem, though, in this video that's gonna, like, cover everything way in depth once I get this project done. There is a lot good that was brought to the table gameplay-wise that wasn't in the original. Like, for example, the whole fashion armor thing, which was originally introduced in Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. The fact that you can have, like, armor in your slots for your stats and armor in your slots for your appearance, just whatever you like best, is freaking fantastic. I love that Xenoblade Chronicles X introduced it. And it's great that it's now been adopted into Xenoblade Chronicles 1. So you don't have to look like you freaking missed your bus stop on the way to the D&D party during every cutscene. You don't have to look like some complete mess of a freaking creation during every cutscene with all your mismatching armor. Now you can actually look however you want to. And they even added new armor items like freaking Pineapple Ricky is like the greatest thing ever. I love that. The time trials was a really nice thing that they added. And hello, Alexis. Yeah, it is a really good feature. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Time trials is really cool. I don't like how there isn't as much to do in time trials as there is in challenge mode in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It feels like this got like the very bare bones version of it. Like, this one got 10 missions total, I believe it was, in Time Attack. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had like 34, I think. So compared to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's like, wow, this really didn't get a whole lot in terms of missions and such for that. And I also don't like how much of a grind there is for the Master Arts manuals. I do think it's cool that they introduced Master Arts manuals so that arts can get 2 higher level than in the original. But the fact that I had to grind for like 2.5 to 3 hours just non-stop just to get the Nupon Stone in Time Attack to get everybody's Master Art manual, I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish there was an easier way to get all that nut on stone for that. Or if you're like so far in the game that you can earn up on stone easier or something like that. I really wish. And also, now taking the time to properly learn all the mechanics in this playthrough, like now that I actually finally understand how all the party members work, how chain attacks work, and I actually feel like I understand the mechanics of this game in and out finally after all these years. And during this time trying to 100% the game as I learned all those mechanics, I began to notice a lot more problems with this game that I didn't really have before. Like, first of all, like, one thing that is really nice that helps you get completion percentage is when you have an accepted quest, how you can set it as an active quest, or even the inactive quests, you can see them as markers on the map in case there is something nearby that'll help you complete a quest. That is really, really nice and helps you complete quests faster that you've accepted. But that's the thing, it's only the ones you've accepted. It doesn't actually help you find quests in the first place. That's calling it 6 future. Hold on, let's see here. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive soundtrack. Let's find a playlist and find some things that we can listen to while I'm ranting about this. How about, where's Colony 9? That one's really good. Where is it? Let's go through this playlist. Let's find some nice relaxing stuff here. How about Ricky's Kindness? That one's good. That one's too relaxing. I thought there was a less relaxing version one. Hold on. Whoa, wait. Something relaxing, but not that relaxing. That's too relaxing. That's way too relaxing right there. Here we go. Colony 9 Night. Sure, let's do that for a little bit. Yeah, so trying to 100% this, I began to take a whole lot more problem with how difficult it is to 100% this. We have mentioned it in several of my grinding streams, how you basically need to be constantly eyeing Xenoblade like a hawk, or else you're gonna be permanently missing content. Is absolutely insane. There are several timed quests in this game where if you don't complete them before certain story events, they're just gone forever and you can never complete those quests ever again. And then guess what? You're never getting every quest done in that file. And there are a lot of them, like Alchemoth, for example. Alchemoth, because that place kind of gets screwed over. All the quests there become unavailable. And there's several in other places, like basically all the Mechonis-related ones are also timed. Or the refugees from Colony 6 before you send them to Colony 6. There are some ones that you can very easily miss. Like there's this one for Refugee Camp in Bionis Leg that is a surprise quest that only triggers if you go up to a specific waterfall and you do it. And if you send the refugees back to Colony 6 before you get that, which there's a chance that you could just never know it exists, then guess what? You're never doing it again. I really wish there was a list that showed you like what quests are still remaining in the area and how to get them. So it's nice how they included systems to make completing quests easier by showing you exactly where your targets are for accepted quests. But the fact that there's no systems in place to help you actually find quests still means that you're going to probably permanently miss content forever if you're not eyeing Xenoblade Wiki like a hawk at all times. And that's just the quests. Never mind the affinity coins, of which... So affinity coins are how you get skill links with your other characters. How you essentially rent skills from other characters onto other characters. And in a non-New Game Plus playthrough, you can get a maximum of 255 affinity coins, which I managed to reach by some miracle, which I'm really glad of. You get 98 of those affinity coins by leveling from level 1 to level 99. You get 1 affinity coin per level up. The other 157 are from unique monsters. Every time you kill a unique monster for the first time, you get an affinity coin. Tough thing is, you don't know which unique monsters you've killed before and which ones you haven't. And there's also unique monsters in areas that get blocked off that you can never go to again. Yeah, it definitely really sucks being able to miss quests. And it also sucks being able to miss affinity coins like that. Because, like, let's take the unique monsters in, say, Sword Valley, or Galahad Fortress, or Mechonis Field, or Agniartha. All those 4 Mechonis areas, there's a part in the story where the Mechonis gets basically destroyed. And if there's a single unique monster that you did not kill in Mechonis before the Mechonis gets destroyed, then guess what? You're not getting 255 affinity coins in that file. It's now impossible if you missed at least one unique monster there. And some of them are really hard to find. Like, there was one where I remember I was looking around Central Factory, I believe, just above Mechon's Field, and I was looking around in its spawn area according to Xenoblade Wiki, and I couldn't find it. And I thought I had potentially killed it already, because I remember running into something like it, and I looked earlier in, like, I looked at the specific part where I thought I killed it, and saw it wasn't killed there. So I closed the video that I just loaded up of where I thought I killed it. I kept looking around, and when I went into this one specific little corner, it appeared. And then I killed it, and I got the affinity coin, thankfully. Now, there's things like that, where you can't be sure whether you've killed a unique monster or not, which really, really sucks. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at least had this system where if you killed a unique monster, then a gravestone would appear where it used to be, and you can interact with that gravestone to have it respawn if you want to fight it again. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 does not have that at all, even though, you know, this is a remake of 1 and they totally could have implemented that easily. Instead, well, that was a weird little effect with the top of the sky. And anyway, they could have easily implemented that, but instead, anytime you load an area, there's a 30% chance that it respawns. So oftentimes I'd be looking around for unique monsters to kill, just killing them all just to make sure I wouldn't miss any, and there'd be one that I'd killed already, and it wouldn't be there where I think it would be, and I keep looking for it, because it only has that 30% chance to respawn, so I keep fast traveling to the area over and over again, trying to get that 30% respawn to proc, and if it wouldn't, I'd be like, well, maybe I didn't kill it, and maybe I just haven't found it. It's so annoying. Like, there should be a list that shows you which ones you've killed, and which ones you haven't. A nice handy dandy little list. Because there's no icon over their nameplate that shows that you've killed it before. There's no list that shows you that you've gotten that unique monster specific affinity coin. Nothing. You just have to go around killing every single unique monster in the entire world, hoping that you don't miss a single one, and if you do miss a single one, you're at 254 affinity coins at the end, out of 255. Then guess what? You have no idea where the one that you're missing is. It could have been any unique monster in the world, including one in an area that you can't get to anymore. Like, I was constantly eyeing Xenoblade Wiki like a freaking hawk during this entire thing to make sure I did not miss a single affinity coin. And I thought for sure there was going to be one that I missed somewhere, somehow, some way. And somehow, I did manage to get all 255 affinity coins, which I am so relieved about. That is the effort of so much eyeing many guides at once, making sure I did not miss a single one. The fact that you have to eye wikis like a hawk to not permanently miss stuff is awful, and this definitive edition remake was their chance to fix stuff like that, is the thing. That's the Colony 9 theme. We can listen to the Colony Night kind of general area night theme. Yeah, let's listen to that for a little bit. I like that. This was their chance to fix that, and they didn't. There are lists of other things, like heart-to-hearts. You can see what heart-to-hearts you have, and they're all checked off on a nice little list. Why can't there be anything like this for affinity coins? For quests to know if you've missed something? For landmarks and locations, which are also permanently missable when areas become unavailable. Why isn't there anything like this? The Definitive Edition remake was the chance for them to make a version of Xenoblade Chronicles where you can 100% the game without eyeing wikis every single step of the way out of fear of permanently missing stuff. But they missed their opportunity to do that, which, like, really, really sucks. And there are, like, lists for these things that they have in game, like the heart-to-hearts, for example. Or if I switch over to Future Connected without spoiling anything for those, like, watching the series normally. If I switch over here, there's a list for a type of collectible specific to Future Connected, for example. Like if I switch over to the epilogue story in Extra Story over here, there are pawn specters around the world for you to collect in Future Connected, which affects the chain attack system in that, or the replacement for chain attacks in Future Connected, that is. So there's only so many pawn specters for you to get. Every time you see wikis is like, how do people find this? Yeah, I can understand that. Apparently I had nearly 8 hours in Future Connected. I beat it in literally one sitting. So I don't remember a whole lot about Future Connected, considering I beat the entire Future Connected story in one sitting. But with pawn specters, which I think there's 12 of, and I think I got like 7 of as I was going around in those 8 hours, so at some point I'll go and get the rest. Because I wouldn't mind 100%ing the main game since we're on good track for it. And I wouldn't mind 100%ing Future Connected now that, like, the main game is nearly 100%ed. Like, look at this, collectibles. Quiet moments are basically the same as Heart to Hearts. Like, there's nice lists for these. Oh, I'm only missing 3 apparently. I got most of them. Apparently there's not a whole lot. If I go to Pawn Spectre Report, there's literally a list for collecting them all, and you can see exactly which ones you're missing. Why isn't there anything like this in the main game for unique bosses, for quests, for anything like that? Like, it doesn't even have to be this decked out, showing like an image and stuff like that and a description of each of them. It would be nice, but just have like a name list of all the unique monsters in an area. Like, some indication that shows you which ones you've killed already and which ones you haven't. Because if you miss one throughout the world and then you're missing one affinity coin at the end, it's like, well, time to kill every single unique monster in the entire world to get that last affinity coin. And who knows, it might just be one in an area that you can't get to anymore. And now that save file is screwed out of being a potential, like, perfect 100%. Definitive Edition was their chance to fix it, and they didn't. So, my gameplay discussion in this in-depth discussion video does get a little bit negative for Xenoblade Chronicles because of that. Because now I understand the frustration of trying to 100% this game. And I sort of have understood it in the past, because there was a time several years ago, before I was a streamer, that I did try to 100% Xenoblade Chronicles. And I missed a timed quest in Sword Valley before Sword Valley got blocked off. And it could never be done again. And it was this permanent little quest that shows accepted that could never ever be marked as completed, just always in my quest menu. So I kind of failed 100%ing, and I stopped trying to 100% it after I realized I missed that permanently. And yeah, so at the end of the day, I do really like Xenoblade Chronicles gameplay, but from the perspective of a completionist, it has so many problems that they could have had the opportunity to fix a definitive edition that I really wish they would have. In terms of other things gameplay, the fact that they restored cut content, like the Bionis shoulder, this area here in Future Connected, this technically existed in the original game if you hacked the original game. So this area was cut from the original game. They were developing it. It probably had something to do with the story of the main game, but like maybe it was just too big or something like that. This is like the same size as Gower Plains, if not bigger. Like maybe they were just like, oh, it's too much, or we can't factor in the story for this area. So the fact that they finished off their work from back then, like bringing this area to life and giving it a new story with the epilogue, I think is really cool. And it's really fascinating to explore this area that like existed in the original game. If you hack the game, like you can explore around in it if you hack the game, and it's mostly functional. They finished like 80% of it in the original before it was cut. One of the most fascinating things to do is to explore around this area while looking at a video of it in the original and seeing like what was finished in the original and what they changed when they brought this area back to life. That's really cool. I do like that they introduced an epilogue story that restores like an area that used to exist but was cut. Also, like, since this was supposed to be the Bionis shoulder, and since this takes place after the Bionis was destroyed, they kind of have the Bionis shoulder floating for this epilogue story, whereas it was an actual part of Bionis, like, in the original. So if you were hacking it and looking in the original, you'd be able to see, like, the Bionis head and stuff over there. But since story-wise this takes place after the Bionis is destroyed, it kind of had to be floating. So there's that. Also, I think it's cool how Shulk has a new replica Monado in the epilogue story. That looks like way cooler than the replica Monados in the main game. I like that. That's pretty neato. That's a pretty cool looking sword right there. Also, the fact that a small private army of Pawn Spectres follows you around. I can't wait to get all 12. That's freaking fantastic. And if I swap out Melia for our other Nopon party member right here. Whoops, Melia for that. You can literally have, like, Shulk or Melia if you're switching Melia instead of Shulk, and the Nopon army. No, I don't want to listen to this. This is just automatically playing things on the playlist. Let's listen to some more relaxing stuff. Satorl Marsh Knight. I was talking about earlier about how this had, like, a higher pitch version. So it's different. Oh, look at freaking Kino doing a dance. Oh, that's adorable. Hold on. Let me find the original. for my music discussion. Satorl, Marsh, Knight. In the original, it's much deeper. Like, this is an ad. Let's mute that and then briefly, and then we'll skip it in a hot second. This is the original. So it's much deeper like that for Satorl, Marsh, Knight in the original. I bumped my pop filter perfectly into the mute button on my microphone. That was awkward. So like this is it in the original where it's much deeper with the voices. Whereas in the remake, rather than being like better, it's just different. It's higher pitch, it's much younger voices. But yeah, the fact that you can have a freaking Nupon army follow you at all times is freaking fantastic. I can't wait to try it 100% future connected now. Hopefully it'll be a lot less tedious than the main game, because unlike the main game, I don't think there's stuff that's permanently missable in future connected, at least. At least there's that. I don't think that there's anything permanently missable in this little side story here. But yeah, when it comes to things like Pawn Specters, they have a list specifically for it. Why is it that in the main game, they could... You have red eyes, that's cool. Why is it that in the main game, they couldn't have had a list for unique monsters? So, yeah, when I do get into my video that, like, my video series is probably going to be 3 videos, comparing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX and Xenoblade Definitive Edition and how each of them improved over the originals. My talk about Xenoblade Chronicles does wind up getting a bit negative, now that I fully understand the frustration and pain and blood, sweat, and tears it takes to 100% a file of Xenoblade Chronicles, and the amount of carefulness you need to have. Now that I fully understand that experience firsthand, I have a lot of problems with, like, what they could have done for changes from the original to the remake to make it so much easier on those trying to 100% it that they didn't bother to do. Like, being able to see your currently accepted quests on the map to complete them easier is great. But that's not what the game needed. What the game needed was seeing how to get quests in the first place, because that's way more hard than completing quests. That's what we really needed, and we didn't get. So, with this remake and its changes compared to the original, I do take a decent bit of problem with the gameplay, just in the fact that it could have made so many more fixes that it didn't, that would have made my life so much easier. All the changes that they did make to the gameplay are good changes, and I'm glad that they were made, but there were so many more that should have been made. A game shouldn't have a system like Xenoblade 1's Unique Monsters, where you can miss one, and then it's like, great, where did I miss the one affinity coin? And then I can never... Then I'm probably never gonna get it again, most likely. No game should be designed like that. This remake was the chance to fix that. As well, something I didn't mention about affinity coins was it is technically possible to get 999 affinity coins, which is the maximum amount. But 255 is the max that you can get in one non-New Game Plus playthrough. How you get more affinity coins is you start New Game Plus. And in New Game Plus, like, if you've already leveled up to 99, you're not going to be getting any more affinity coins from leveling up. You're not going to get those 98 from leveling up anymore since your level carries over. But all the unique monsters in the world reset to having an affinity coin again. Meaning, you can get 157 more affinity coins in New Game Plus. And then if you do another New Game Plus on top of that, you can get 157 more. And if you do another New Game Plus on top of that, you can get 157 more. So if you want as perfected of a save file as possible, with 999 affinity coins, I believe I did the math for that video script. And if I remember right, to get 999 affinity coins, you need to play through the entire game of Xenoblade Chronicles while killing every unique monster 6 times minimum, while being able to miss at least 40 affinity coins along the way. I believe that's what the math was, is that you need to do 6 full playthroughs, killing every unique monster along the way every single time, with you being able to miss a maximum of 40 throughout those 6 playthroughs to reach 999. It is ridiculous. It would have been so cool if the remake introduced a way to get affinity coins without playing the game 6 freaking times! Like they introduced Time Attack, for example. What if you could trade Nupon Stone in the new system of Time Attack, which you can trade for basically everything else in the game, What if you could trade that for affinity coins? That would be so nice. Why didn't they do that? Why do you have to play the game 6 times to get a perfect file for like a real perfect 100%? That's why I'm going for a non-new game plus 100%, because a new game plus 100% would technically only be after like 6 playthroughs. So like, non-new game plus 100%. I got my 255 affinity coins. That's what I'm settling on. So, yeah. At the end of the day, I do love Xenoblade Chronicles. It is one of my favorite games of all time. This remake could have done so much more to fix the gameplay, though. Like, my goodness. And it really took me writing a 55-page script on this subject to really realize how much problem I had with it. So, you know. How about some Frontier Village Night? So, that's the shorter version, which was still pretty long, of my full review of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, essentially. There's gonna be an even longer version in my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon versus Xenoblade Chronicles series. That's probably gonna be a 3-part video series that I'm gonna lose my mind over editing. Like, it's gonna be so much editing work. Especially, I started editing it in... I started using 1080p source videos. Okay, this is complicated. So, for some reason, YouTube encodes videos. Yeah, it's a short version. So, here's the story of my progress on that so far. So in the past, whenever I needed footage for like any editing project that whenever I needed footage from one of my own playthroughs, I would download it directly from my YouTube channel. But there's a problem with that. When you download a video directly from your YouTube channel, it downloads in 720p, even if it exists on the site in 1080p. The reason for this is because YouTube is a perfect platform. Cannot find that review of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the one that I made? It's right on my homepage, and I believe I also have a command for it. If you want to find it, it should be right there, I believe. Is this it? Oh yeah, that's it. If you want to find it, it's right there. That's going to be the closest thing to this massive other video project I'm working on. Anyway, so for some reason, YouTube, being the perfect video platform that it is, for 1080p versions of videos, it stores the video and the audio separately. For 720p and down, it stores the video and the audio together as like one file. But for 1080p and up, I guess technically, it stores the video and the audio separately. So when you go to download one of your own videos off of YouTube, even if it's in 1080p, it downloads it in 720p. So I was like, well, since the original's in 1080p and I want these videos to be as high quality as possible, I want to do it in 1080p. So I started using an external site that downloads the video in 1080p with no audio, considering like YouTube stores them in different places. So I'd been using another site to download all the footage that I needed throughout this entire project in 1080p with no audio, which is fine because I always mute it all anyway so that I can put like music and then my own commentary over it and such, so like we don't hear the game audio anyway during these in-depth discussions. But apparently having that many video files of 1080p made my video editing software lag so hard that after I had made at least about 30 seconds of the intro of the video, doing one slight edit would have it nearly crash. I'd have to wait like a minute for it to stop nearly crashing, and then I can do like one more edit, and then again repeat the cycle, take a minute of it nearly crashing and just being completely frozen, and then I can edit it again a few moments later. So I couldn't really do that in my editing software of Camtasia Studio. So I was like, maybe it's time to start looking into another video editing software. So I started trying out Adobe Premiere Pro. And unfortunately, it seemed to handle it a little bit better, but still handling that many 1080p video files in the media bin at once whenever I opened the folders that had like all those files, still had it lag like heck and nearly crash. And I couldn't do like the precision that I was used to in Camtasia Studio in Adobe Premiere Pro. There probably are ways if I took the time to like fully learn the software, but as is, I couldn't find a way to be as precise as I was used to in Camtasia Studio. I mean, I do have years of practice in Camtasia Studio, and this is like my first couple weeks of trying Adobe Premiere Pro. So I recreated like the minute-and-a-half intro that I had done in Camtasia in Adobe Premiere. And then I was like, well, this is still lagging like heck and still nearly crashing with 1080p video files. So like, I guess maybe I can't use Adobe Premiere Pro for that either. So now, at some point, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning for the third time for this project, except downloading all of them in 720p and just settling on that rather than the 1080p versions, because the 720p ones I know don't cause either video editor any problems, and I'll probably be going back to Camtasia. So this is my pain of this video editing project so far that's coming up. I'm going to be starting it from the beginning for a third time soon, after I reacquire all my footage all over again, this time in 720p instead of 1080p. So that's my pain. So it's gonna be a while before those videos come out because I'm literally losing my mind over this project. So there's that. That's the progress report on that project so far. But whenever that project is done, then it'll probably be a 3-part video series. That will be considered my full review of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX as well. My full review of both of those will be that 3-part video series, essentially. And I'm gonna have to start from the beginning for the third time. I'm losing my mind over it. Anyway, that concludes the main game of Xenoblade Chronicles. In the future, for streaming this, I would like to go around the world doing all the side quests and stuff in Future Connect. I wouldn't mind trying to 100% this as well. The few things that I have left to 100% the main game are just the 11 achievements, some of which I don't know how the heck I'm gonna get without spending 3,000 years here, because it's things like initiate 1,000 chain attacks, kill 5,000 enemies, smash like 1,000 vision tags or something like that. Again, something I really wish they would have changed for Definitive Edition. Make those less taxing. The fact that I have like 140 hours basically into this game and have 100%ed everything else and still have those achievements and have to continue grinding to get close to getting those achievements signifies to me that there's something wrong in their achievement system. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. So like my main file of Xenoblade Chronicles is like basically nearly 100%ed, but like still technically has a way to go. As it's called me as Earthsea, I'll probably put on something else here. But what though? How about Fallen Land Knight for Fallen Arm? So yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, one of my favorite games of all time. I still can't believe that it got a remake, and I'm really happy it did. But I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it after basically 100%ing it. Because of how many changes should have been made and weren't. But this is still leagues better than the original game, and I'm still very glad it exists. That's the short version of my review of this game, essentially. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, it is still a must-own on the Switch. Like, even with story alone, it's still a must-own on a Switch in my opinion. But, for the gameplay aspect, especially for completionists, it could have been so much better. Also, I want to make one last note, how it was hilarious how I deleted Zanza in like 8 seconds. I still can't believe that happened. That was so hilarious. My goodness. Well, that wraps up probably all of what I'll stream of Xenoblade Definitive Edition. Oh wait, I just realized there's one time attack thing I haven't done yet. Screw it, we're doing it right now instead of in another part. We're doing it right now, actually. And then we'll probably never come back to the main game on stream again. We'll just try to 100% Future Connected. Hello, Cam, how are you doing? That's what we'll probably do. Let's go to a place with freaking that. And then we'll have the main game properly wrapped up. Because all that's left is these achievements that I literally would just have to grind on my own time off stream to do anyway. Is all that's left. Is the thing. So like, there's no point in me streaming, just grinding, killing enemies over and over again. Get these miscellaneous achievements. Like, I guess maybe we'd briefly hop back into the main game if I do manage to get these all done. Just to showcase that it's basically 100%ed when I get it. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're doing this right now. I didn't think I'd be doing this right now, but we're doing this right now. Party. We're switching to my regular party. I have no idea what this last time attack mission is. I've never done it before. Let's find out. I probably need to be level 99. So I'll do that with my main party of 3 here. We'll do the free mode. Oh yeah, there's technically like the predetermined one as well. We'll try the free one first. And so we'll go back to regular game audio. We're doing this now. We're doing this now, and then the main game will be properly wrapped up. Because the only bit of content, like the only bit of real content in the main game that we haven't done yet, is this final thing called uniquely disadvantaged, and I'm really curious about it. So we're doing it now, after killing the final boss. And then there truly will be no more content to showcase in the main game. Except for me just showing a screen showing that I've gotten all the achievements. Oh, it's in the arena in Prison Island. That's cool. That's pretty cool, though. Okay. And it did recommend me to be level 99 for this. Alright, so one last battle in the main game. This might be our last battle. Well, actually, I guess we do the restricted one after this. Of this same battle where it chooses the characters in Arts Farmy and such. But I guess then these two might be the final two battles we do of Xenoblade Chronicles in this whole series. Of the main game, at least. We'll probably be doing some future connected stuff. But in the main game, this might be the final time that we're doing Xenoblade Chronicles 1 battles. Might be. Hopefully it's a challenge. Hopefully it's more of a challenge than the final boss was. Oh my. Well, that was spicy. I'm glad I understand chain attacks now. Is that movable god? They're freaking super bosses now? Okay, this probably will challenge me more than the final boss. Okay. They were not this high level when they existed in the world. The game turned them into super bosses. They're over level 100 now. What the heck? Oh my. Well, AoE damage like that. Hopefully the chain attack gets extended. Yeah, this is spicy spice, isn't it? Please get extended. Nice. Now we'll do a Max Chain Blossom dance. Okay. Insane damage. I had really good luck on that chain attack getting extended. Nice. Nice, nice. Are we gonna take on more super bosses here? Oh my goodness, it's the two highest level super bosses in the game, except at once. We're outmatched, we have to fall back. I mean, last time we saw Avalanche Abacy, we kind of shredded him. Now we have the two highest level super bosses in the game fighting me at once. But I do have, like, perfected builds on all my characters. So, I mean, let's see here. Okay, big power backslash. Also, it seems like we're not suffering the major debuff of, like, not being able to hit them. Like, normally when they have the red names, our accuracy sucks and you can just never hit them. But it seems like we don't have that debuff. So it seems like they're actually much easier than when they existed in the world, even though we're fighting them both at once. Because it does... I don't think we're suffering that debuff of, like, the accuracy thing, because we're not missing any attacks. I guess maybe for time attack, they don't want you to, like, suffer that accuracy debuff by being over 5 levels under the enemy. Maybe we missed that one. Like, most of our attacks don't miss. Like, this will probably just straight up kill. Yeah, I think Blizzard Belgazas and Avalanche Abacy would have been tougher on their own just in the world. Because I don't think that accuracy debuff came into play there. His new high score! Yay! We got 8,000 up on stone. Okay. Oh, technically in terms of content to do, there's technically like free/restricted of each of these, but like, that I haven't achieved yet. That doesn't have that achieved thing, but like, I'll probably just do that on my own time. Because we've already done the restricted versions of these anyway. Yeah, I don't want a time-based thing to be greatly affected by RNG. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, since it does technically measure time and you could be going for like high scores and stuff. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's probably exactly why it is. It seems like for the restricted one, it has party members of Fiora, Melia, and Sharla. Very interesting setup here. So it looks like I have to play as Fiora. This is what it gives. Oh, haste is nice. So, and double attack. So she will still be an attacking machine. So what arts do we have here? Okay, that is the exact build that I run on Fiora anyway. I'm pretty sure. So that's perfect. Melee is a bit different, but it looks like I'll be playing as Fiora for this anyway. And Charlotte's a bit different as well. But I think that's literally the build that I run on Fiora anyway, as long as I put these in the order that I like. If I remember the order. Oh, it's not the exact build. Second gear is different. I run the paralysis thing instead of that. Oh yeah, it's definitely not the exact build I run. I just saw a whole bunch of things I recognized. Yeah, that's definitely not the whole thing I run. Dang, it's pretty close though. It is pretty close. Yeah, let's try restricted, and then we'll have no more new content in the main game to showcase anymore, and we'll do some future connected stuff in the future.
Oh.
interesting outfits we have here. Interesting. Not Fior. Freaking Melia is very colorful right now. Alrighty, time to probably be an auto-attacking machine. Is what we do. Let's drain your strength. Let's put on speed shift. Like, this is very close to my own build anyway. So we should just be an auto-attacking machine now who can just sit back and do auto-attacks like crazy and do a lot of damage. Oh, quick time event. Quick time event. Okay, we should probably do some actual arts though. Most likely. Sure, let's boost the next art, I suppose. And then, boop a little bit extra damage. It's definitely not the best art. I keep on draining your strength, I suppose. Is what I will do. Yeah, we're very colorful here, aren't we? My oh my. Yeah, Fior, the freaking auto-attacking machine, just destroys everybody, I swear. My oh my. Yeah, definitely not as good of a party setup as my main one, considering we don't even have our first chain attack ready yet. Alright, we got our first super bosses here. I guess we'll go after Immovable Gonzalez first, because you're just closer, I guess. That's what we'll do. Because sure. I don't think we'll be able to topple you anyway, so I'll just do the Daze Inflicting thing now anyway. Whatever. We're not going to be able to get behind for the back attack, so whatever. Alright, next attack's going to do a whole bunch of damage. Oh, I didn't do that before this. But, like, I won't be able to do that for a bit. Why is aggro on Melia? Oh, crap. I was about to initiate a chain attack. Dang it, man. Okay, how about you get inspired, please? How about you maybe get a wee bit inspired? That'd be pretty cool. Okay, nice. That'll give us a thingamabob here. Now we're really hyped, so I can use Final Cross if I want to. I'll save it for the last guys. Oh, crap. That sucks. Okay, auto attacks will take you out, though. That'll take you out. I'll save this for freaking the crazy super bosses at the end. That's what I will do. Oh, why is Charlotte not healing me? Can Charlotte please heal me? My health is insanely low. Thank you. My oh my, that took a little bit long. That took a little bit long there, didn't it? My oh my. Well. Bonk. Boopity bop. I mean, it's not going to give us any party gauge because it's already full. Alright, time for the two hardest super bosses of the game, except without the debuff that we normally get. Alrighty, so then. Let's just see here. Vicious combo. Ow. Ow, rude. Oh, dang it, I can't use this anymore because I'm not, like, max hyped. Dang it. Now maybe I will be. Nope. We're just gonna spam arts and hope that we get that available again. I don't know why aggro is not on me right now. I wish it was. Okay, boopity bop. We'll do that. Elemental discharge like that. And then, oh, red art. Dang it. That chain attack freaking sucked. That was awful. That was the worst. I need a better one, ideally. Okay, I guess we'll force topple. Oh, I should have done second gear before that, since this does a lot of damage. Because we're not forcing topple. Yes, we're not. Charlotte could use some heals. If you could heal yourself, that'd be really cool. Are you not going to? I guess I'll use second gear before this. Well, this sucks. I'm binded. I can't even move to go revive Charlotte right now. That sucks, doesn't it? This is the worst timeline. Okay, I don't think I'm binded anymore, but this animation takes freaking forever. Well, we didn't have a vision with our last party. Well, get me over there. Get me over here. Are we just gonna kill it before it comes true? I'm dazed. I can't even move. Oh, freaking Melia killed it. I'm dazed. You're running over to undaze me. Yeah, you're very colorful right now, aren't you? Oh, I died. Thanks for the pick-me-up. Okay, encourage. This is actually a little bit difficult with this party setup. Get him, Charlotte. Please heal the whole party, like, right now. Thank you. Thank you. We can recover from this now. We can definitely recover. Ah, my nose. Don't you worry. Alright, hardest super boss in the game. Time to put on speed shift again. Is what we do. And then we do auto attacks like crazy if they connect. We had some miss. There we go. Now we do auto attacks like freaking crazy. Why am I discouraged? Why am I discouraged here? Thanks for the pick-me-up. Also, like, now that the main game is done, like, I always kept them in their default outfits just for the sake of cutscenes in the main game. But now that the main game is done, I can put them in other outfits. But we have no more content to showcase in the main game, so I'm not even going to be able to showcase a whole bunch of different outfits. Like, we briefly changed the things like Pineapple Ricky during some sessions of grinding. But for the most part, we stayed in default for the whole playthrough. So maybe I should have saved doing some of the super bosses until after we did the final boss instead of before. Oh well, too late now. So in the main game, we'll never really get to showcase this, these kinds of colorful outfits that look so much better in Definitive than in the original. Whale, can you maybe do shield bullet on me, Charla? Maybe. Freaking cool off. How about shield bullet on me? Maybe that'll do less damage now? Oh, who knows what it'll be, though. Wow, just barely living. Oh my goodness, and then I was immediately healed. Thank goodness for that. Oh my. Well, time for this. We should be able to do it. It's a little bit crazy, though. You blocked my thing! Unbelievable. Yeah, we don't build up a whole lot of party gauge with this setup, do we? We definitely don't build up a whole lot. Well, this is kind of sketchy. I'm gonna put on speed shift and then just auto attack you like crazy again. If my things actually connect. Where's Charlo running? And why is there a fly in my room flying around now? Not a fly, but something. Some little insect flying around. This is basically the only way we get a party gauge is with the burst affinity like that. So I mean, well, hear the Dunban sage in the background. Neato. Well, thank goodness we got that burst affinity so that you can pick me up. Otherwise, that would have been a game over right there. I really like our vibe. Consider yourself vibe checked, Avalanche Abacy. My oh my. Well. B. It was good enough for the reward, though. I guess what, like a perfect 100%. Yeah, consider your vibe checked. I guess a perfect 100% would mean S rank in all the time attacks. Probably something else I'd also do on my own time. So I'd probably be looking up like guides for optimal setups to do like everything in. Like for the restricted ones, that is, like optimal plays and stuff to do. So I mean, yeah. What happens if I load the clear file? Does it start New Game Plus? I'm just curious. I just want to check this. Oh. Oh, it puts me right before here. But now this file doesn't have that progress of like doing that stuff. Oh, but it has a little clear marking on it. Dang it, now I have two different files, each with like a tiny little bit of progress. Well, maybe I'll just stick with this file and go do that stuff that I just did again, like on my own time. I thought it would start New Game Plus when it said clear. I guess it just says clear at the top left there. And I guess we can start New Game Plus from like the menu or something. I'll just do those two time attacks again on my own time. That'll be faster than doing all the final boss again. Actually, we shred him pretty fast, but I mean still. So yeah, that concludes Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, the main game. We'll still do some future connected stuff, is what we will do. Yeah, New Game Plus is right there, cool. So yeah, I do also like how this game added an event theater, something else I didn't mention. Yeah, we killed the final boss, like, insanely fast. Sorry you missed it, Diego. Once we got to phase 3, I was like, screw it, we're leveling up to 99, and we killed the final boss in like 8 seconds. It was hilarious. I wish I clipped it. Yeah, it is really nice how there is, like, the fact that you can change appearance and have all these cutscenes any way you want. That's so nice. Something else I didn't mention while I was talking about gameplay. That's nice. Something else that I don't think I even talked about in my script for this project coming up that maybe I should add to my script before I make the videos. Anyway, there's all the content that I have to showcase for the main game of Xenoblade Definitive. Freaking almost everything. Just a little bit of future connected left. My oh my. And there's basically my full mini review. It was still a pretty long review. There's basically my full mini review, with the full one being this project coming out later that's gonna take forever to do. And that wraps that up. My oh my. This has been one heck of a ride, hasn't it? My oh my. It is currently about 5 in the morning. I'm gonna go pass out now. Dart, you were playing Origami King. Saw you were playing Xenoblade, and here I am. My oh my. That is everything I have about Xenoblade D, the main game. Almost everything. My goodness. I can't believe I have nearly 140 hours into this freaking game. I'm gonna go pass out now. Thank you all who stopped by and hung out for this stream and for this series in general. I appreciate it. I have lost my mind over trying to 100% this game, and now I feel like I have a much more love-hate relationship with Xenoblade than I ever have now that I know the pain of trying to 100% it. And yeah.